Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Expanse Season 4, Episode 1. Let's go over what happened last season. A whole new bunch of opportunities are presented now that Season 3 ended the way it did. It ended with, basically due to what I think was Anna's broadcast, that she pleaded for everybody to shut down their nuclear reactors by Holden's request so that the protomolecule would not see them as a threat and they would be able to get out of there safely without dying. So doing that opened up the gates, and 1,300, I think it was, that was the number, new solar systems were presented to them. And I think it's solar systems, it's not galaxies, because that would be crazy. But basically what I was saying last episode was that now with these 1,300 new systems and planets in those systems, I mean, we could be looking at like thousands of different planets that are potentially able to be lived on, you know? So there's going to be definitely some political happenings that have to do with who's going to get to go to these new worlds. How do you determine which ones are able to be lived on? You know, determine who gets to go to them and all that good stuff. Because we got Mars probably desperately wants to go there because they've been trying to terraform Mars and they haven't, you know, it's going to take 50 years. So if they could chop down 50 years and just go to a planet that's already ready for them, do it. And then in terms of Earth, they have 37 billion people there. You know, that's definitely overpopulation. They need to find a new Earth. So I think it's going to be easy, to say the least, to find a new planet to live on, considering how many options they have available now. My concern is just the political, you know, the political fallout of what is going to happen now. Then with everything that happened with Miller and Holden at the end, I think their mission, or at least Miller's mission, Miller/the Protomolecule, is to figure out what destroyed the civilization that created the protomolecule and sent it to the system, our system. So that is Miller's next task, I guess, to find out what thing destroyed that civilization billions of years ago. I mean, it could have been hundreds of billions of years ago. We don't know. But yeah, I'm not going to talk a lot because I do want to get into this season. I don't really have that many predictions other than I think there's going to be some fighting over how to go about, how to approach discovering, exploring, moving people to these systems that have been introduced just now. I mean, this is a game changer. So I'm very excited, to say the least. Without further ado, let's get into episode 1. The Soul Ring. So I guess that's our ring, our solar system.
You are entering restricted space. Clear off now or we will fire!
This feels like Star Wars. He's probably got major PTSD. So he's gonna be in this season too?
We gotta talk about that, right? Next clue to the case.
I'm curious to find out if anybody has gone through any of the 1,300
I wonder what that ring is.
rings.
Used to love the rain when I was a kid. Sit out here and watch the lightning storms.
We gotta talk about that, right?
Oh, he's glitching.
Next clue to the case.
You got it, Miller. I'll take care of it.
Is he didn't glitch out before, did he? In season 3? Why is he glitching now? Ooh!
What a dancer.
Look at Naomi!
Okay.
She looks good. Wow.
That was agonizing.
I forgot he has like 8 parents.
If I was staring down a lifetime sentence, I'd want to have the option.
That does suck. I do.
What kind of you make the offer?
I feel bad for her.
You breathe in, you breathe out. Eat, shit, sleep. You take whatever they give you, you get nothing in return.
She got a lifetime sentence? Is what she did really that awful? I mean, that's on par with like murder. I guess
I have to go.
she did murder someone. I
Yeah,
forgot.
we do dream therapy. I don't really understand it.
Good luck with that.
Even though she did murder someone,
Can I bother you
2
guys?
people. You know, Tilly, maybe she
Sure
murdered.
thing, Peaches.
Peaches. Does he call her Peaches? Oh. Does he like her?
What I want
What was that
is
look?
more ships at the ring blockade.
Christian.
If I may,
Nancy, don't start this shit with me again.
half our population is unemployed. Every week, another colony ship filled with our constituents shows up at the blockade and we make them wait. They're sitting ducks for pirates.
When Columbus arrived, at least he knew what was waving at him was human.
We've sent out hundreds of probes to the rings. Not one of them has turned up any little green men. Only reason there weren't any riots in the streets when we fired on the Ganymede ships was because they were belters. Sooner or later, an Earth ship will try to run the blockade.
Do it!
I didn't even think about that. Another problem that has arisen is that if you send people off to just go to different planets to colonize,
Are you
what's to say
familiar
something
with
isn't
the
already
Bible?
living there? You know? I didn't even think about that.
By some miracle, the Berthas in this world survived. About 100 or so.
Oh wow.
They're calling the planet Ilus.
Makes sense. Ilus was a brother of Ganymede.
Who gives a fuck? I didn't bring you here to teach me mythology. The planet is practically made of lithium. They also found this. That looks like the work of the Protomolecule.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't appear to be active.
What is that?
And for a few hundred years, we thought Phoebe was just a ball of ice orbiting Saturn. You have the insight to the Protomolecule that no one else does. Is Ilus a ghost town or another fucking heiress? Evacuate the Belters. Destroy the Protomolecule if you can, and get the hell out of there.
Mars is better for everyone when everyone does their part.
Okay, so this is Mars. Mars is probably... Who wants to terraform Mars when you got 1,300 other worlds to go to? You know? That probably sucks.
Bobby? Sarah. Hey, I got a
That's
few
the
bites on
character.
apartments, so I shouldn't be
That's
too
so
much
cool.
longer. Hey.
You're right, Bobby. David talks about you all the time. He says you're a war hero.
He's a sweet kid.
That's her nephew? Bobby's
Oh,
nephew?
ready?
I saw the news you're heading to the ring. Are you going to New Terra?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
There's Protomolecule down there.
Yeah, so it would appear. Apparently we are experts in the field, so who better to go and see for sure, right?
Is New Terra, I assume, is Elis? Holy shit.
You pay well. Fuck you, you own.
3 UN supply ships got hit on this trade route in 1 month. Who is ignoring the truce?
The one that's still fight for the belt. Guess you the Ilus. Good little coil now. Content for the table scraps.
It figures Belters are the ones that get screwed. So this gold rush, really only the UN and Mars are getting to enjoy the fruits of it. If the Belters are being prohibited from entering it, or going through the
you are
gates.
entering the ring blockade zone. Please transmit your access code.
Ah, yes. So she's fully healed at this point. I assume it's been months.
Oye, Nagata. What are you doing here? Is the universe about to end again? One big happy family now, I guess.
Oh,
You've
wow.
been busy, eh? Over 40 ring com relays.
That's for her spine.
Today, I gather.
You're bound for Ilus. You're going to get the Belters off that planet.
We're not going to evict anyone. We're going to make sure it's safe.
Safe.
A lot of them had to go back up to orbit. It's not foolish to want free air and free water and a home for their children.
Yeah, what?
We are creatures of space. Everyone should have the right to decide for themselves.
I agree.
Of course.
Isn't this what they fought for? I'm surprised Drummer has that mindset.
Hotte tosif kamina.
Do we fascinating, Nagata?
I guess it makes sense. Because she's truly Belter pride for Drummer, but
We won't be able to assess how badly the Belters have contaminated the atmosphere until we've actually been on the planet.
Be on Ilus in a few weeks, then what? I'll let you know. Thanks for the ride.
What are we supposed to wait?
What the? Is that where he goes whenever he's not talking to Holden?
I was with the Hygeia group when we found some belters squatting on a rock with $1 billion in platinum ore that we had the charter for.
Where's he from?
You got off cheap.
Yeah, the company called
I
it
think he was in Game of Thrones.
Let's hope it's that easy here.
Yeah, we got a legal charter from the UN and Mars, so...
You think
She's in something else too, though.
And the rocks down here look just like the ones back home.
Hey, I named a new bug after you.
What? Oh my god. Oh my god. That is terrifying. Oh my god. How do you recover from that? Ooh. This is a different aspect ratio they got going on. That's beautiful though. Where is that? Where did I wonder where they filmed this. Maybe Iceland? That looks like Iceland. Is he the only survivor? Jesus. What even happened? That is so scary. It looked like bullets were being shot in there, like huge chunks of something. Was it just debris from them entering the atmosphere? Or was it the Belters shooting them down?
The Belters are providing what aid they can, but hasten to add the company had no right to land in the first place. The Belters would try to enlist you to their cause. Holden, do not put your dick in it. It's fucked enough already.
I love that she's cursing so much more.
It's good advice.
I've always loved that about Christian. I know you guys said like she curses like crazy in the books. I love that. She gives no fucks.
Just fire lined up. Take that, blue goo.
Blue goo! That's what I call it. That's my name for it. Is there a reason why this was filmed in a different aspect ratio? Because I noticed it changed. And sometimes, I don't know if that's the case with the Expanse, but sometimes that means something about the sequences that take place within the different aspect ratio. Oh yeah, if you look up at the sky, that's probably disorienting. Gotta be such a cool feeling.
Chief Matry, welcome to New Terra. Come with me, I'll give you a lay of command. Good to meet you.
I love the way he talks.
Traitors! Traitors!
Ooh. What?
What the fuck is that? Take cover!
Is that what hit them? The ship that came down? It probably was bigger versions of that, whatever that is. Ouch. What the fuck? Is that it? Ah, damn. Alright. That was a pretty good first episode. I feel like it had a totally different vibe than season 3, what we experienced in season 3. It did enough to make me want to, obviously I'm going to watch more, but it seems like they're establishing new characters, new arcs, new problems now that these rings, these gates have been opened up. So one of the problems is that the Belters went to Elis in Holden's whole storyline, and they're colonizing it, but there are these structures that almost look like spikes. I'm not sure what they were. We've seen a couple weird things having to do maybe with the protomolecule on Elis, and one of them was the flying things that potentially hit the spaceship and hit all of them at the end. But basically, Holden and his crew are down there to figure out if this is a dangerous enough threat to get the Belters off the planet. And now the Belters are thinking that they're doing this is to get them off of their planet, that they finally are able to live and not be treated like shit, and you know, they have a planet to call their own. So I understand why they would want to hold that a little bit tighter and not want to be kicked off. So obviously Naomi is the voice of reason within the Rocinante crew. She's the one that's like, we're not going to evict them, you know, we're not going to take them off their planet. Let's scope it out first and see if there's actually a threat on Elis, which there seems like there definitely is. So it's not a matter of Belters being, you know, shit on by everybody else. It's not like they want to evict them for personal reasons. It could very well be a huge threat protomolecule wise on that planet. So I knew that there was going to be a bunch of problems that arose, is that a word? Yeah, that came about because of the opening of these rings. Now Christian understands the threat of the protomolecule. That's why she sent Holden off to, you know, figure out what's going on with it. But I don't think the people that are in charge, even Christian, I don't think they realize, or maybe they just are ignoring it, the true problems that come about with all this. Like, the protomolecule has not finished its task yet, I don't think. At least it doesn't seem like it from what was presented this episode. So I think a lot of people are definitely underestimating what is going on there, and they're solely focused on political stuff. They're solely focused on what is going to benefit them and their people, which is fine, but it's very different for each faction, each tribe, whatever you want to call them. It's very different the way that they are handling this news of 1,300 solar systems being available. So Bobby, we saw, is sticking to her true beliefs, her heart. I hope not for long, because I don't really know how I feel about her going back to Mars when Mars doesn't do anything for her. Doesn't really give anything back. You know, she's the one that helped save this whole thing, and she's just getting constant hate and disdain from her fellow soldiers, and I don't appreciate it, and I don't think that she should either. I think that she should get off Mars and go join the crew of the Rocinante. That's what I think. I think that's where her heart truly is. Also, why would you want to be on a planet that, I mean, the whole goal was to terraform it, right? And she was the one that was so passionate about this goal, and now that it's gone to shit, I can understand why a part of her feels connected to Mars, but it's just a rock. It's just a dusty rock, and there's so many other planets now that could have that Martian potential that once existed on Mars. I think she just needs to let it go, as easy as that sounds, and go to the crew of the Rocinante. As far as everybody else, it seems like the problem is pretty simple right now. They need to figure out what is going on Elis and how that implicates everybody else. Obviously, the protomolecule wants something from Holden. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. They're using Holden to... Miller is a projection of the protomolecule who is trying to figure out what destroyed the civilization billions of years ago. But why wouldn't it know that? Like, would the protomolecule not know how it got destroyed? I guess it wouldn't. I don't know. That's I don't want to keep overanalyzing, because then I'm just going to get myself confused. I kind of just want to get right into episode 2. So I'm going to shut up and not confuse myself by keeping on talking. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other reactions if you have not already, and I will see you guys for episode 2. All right, bye guys.